previous meeting? Okay. May I have a second? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Hearing and seeing none, the minutes pass. Public service, I just want to highlight on the old agenda, we have a couple items. They have until July 15th to have objections to whatever, so we will file after July 15th. So on the old agenda, I would like to move that we take time on that. And do I have a second on that? Do I need a second on that? No. Okay, let's just go into... Yeah, just continue. I don't think I do. I'm not going to. Okay. So public service number 4 under the new legislation. This is an ordinance authorizing the Director of Public Service or his designee to enter into a consent agreement with the Ohio Director of Transportation for the signage replacement on various routes throughout the city of Akron and declaring an emergency. Mr. Moore or your designee.
Madam Chair, members of the committee, ODOT periodically comes in and redoes their signs within the city of Akron. This will be on, like on the state routes like 91 and Manchester Road, Market Street, those streets. This is no cost to the city of Akron. It's just a consent agreement to allow them to do the work.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Moore. May I ask if the signs will be any larger? We have some people that live in the resident area that are seeing larger signs, but you said this was other routes, not our residential.
Yeah, these are the main arterials within the city.
Are there any questions from members of the committee? Any questions from members on council? Hearing and seeing none, what is your pleasure?
Consent would be good.
Okay. Do I have a motion for consent? I have a motion. Do I have a second? I have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing and seeing none, this will be placed on the consent agenda. Number 5 under public service. Ordinance authorizing the Director of Public Service or his designee without the formality of publicly advertising for bids to enter into a contract or contracts with JCL Equipment Company for the repair and maintenance of the 2000 JCL paint striping truck and declaring an emergency. Mr. Moore.
Madam Chair, members of the committee, we have an older paint truck that we'd like to get repaired and put back into service. It'll cost about $25,000. You may remember you approved a new paint truck about a little while back, and it's over $200,000. So this will give us a backup paint truck and allow us to continue working while the new paint truck arrives.
And Mr. Morris, the reason why we are not going to go through the formality of asking for bids is because this truck belongs to this company almost.
Has a certain type of equipment on it that they actually built the original, so.
All right, perfect. Thank you. Councilman Hoke.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Through some conversation with traffic engineering, I thought the truck had already been fixed and was back.
Not that I'm aware of.
No? What have we been using?
Yeah, it is. Oh, it is? I'm sorry.
Saying yes.
Okay. So it already has been repaired and we are using it?
Yes.
That's what, okay. Because I know I had some things that needed to be done, and we were waiting for the truck to come back so that we could get them taken care of, and the new truck would be about a year away. Okay.
We're hoping the new truck comes in later this year, but yes.
Okay.
This repair has been done. We're just paying.
All right.
And we are using it on the resurfacing and some other things.
Okay. All right. Thank you. That's why I just thought that. I just wondered what happened. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
You're welcome. Any other members of council on the committee have questions? Seeing none. Any members of council? Seeing none. May I ask, is this coming out of issue 4 money, this repair? No.
No.
Thank you. All righty. Since it's already been done, I think we should probably, I'm going to make a motion for suspension of the rules.
Appreciate that.
And I have a second. So all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing and seeing none, this will go under suspension of the rules. Okay, number 6 and our last one to come before us on public service is ordinance authorizing the Director of Public Service or his designee, after publicly advertising for bids, to enter into a contract or contracts for construction of the Vernon Odom Boulevard and Interstate 77 interchange and declaring an emergency.
Madam Chair, members of the committee, this would enable us to make double left-hand turns onto that entrance ramp. This is in anticipation of truck traffic that will be generated by the secret project up on Rolling Acres that the whole world knows about. These improvements will be paid for by the developer of that property. We have about $8,500 in it, which is for paint and other small, oh no, I'm sorry, it's for land acquisition to allow us to widen out the turn.
Okay. Are there any questions from members of council? Don't ask that one, like, what is it? There. Any questions from members of council in the chambers? Seeing none, what is your pleasure?
Consent would be fine.
May I have a motion for consent? I have a motion and I have a second. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing and seeing none, that'll be placed on the consent agenda. Is there anything else to come before the committee? No? Okay, we are adjourned.
Thank you.